What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today's Friday, wrapping up the week, getting shit done. And I'm going to address something, not because I find it embarrassing or I feel like I have to explain myself, but because the explanation for this, I actually feel like after posting on Instagram, I put up a picture of myself when I was competing still on heroin. And I didn't realize it would have an impact like it did on people that when they see it, they're like, fuck, you know, if Jerry was like that and training in the gym and withdrawals and shit, then I got no excuse to fucking go after work because I worked an 8-hour day. You know, and the motivation that came from it, I was like, shit, actually people responded to it a little differently. I was just putting it up there because I was like, wow, I look like shit, like how far I've come between then and my last show. It didn't dawn on me that people would respond to it in like a positive way. Usually I expect a negative. You know, at this point in my life, social media thing, I expect negative. And the negative usually, it comes with the positive, and the positive usually outweighs the negative, but the negative's going to come. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So, that being said, today's video, the cover that I'm on, Muscle Sport Magazine, which, yes, I'm very proud of. Absolutely. It's something that's very cool. If you look at those dumbbells in my hands, they are 25-pound dumbbells. And you can see the look on my face, and someone made a comment, several people made comments, Jerry, if you're going to make that face, at least put the hundreds in your hands. Ha, ha, ha. Jerry, you're fucking working hard with the 25-pound dumbbells. Are they 25s? Or they might even 30. Okay, they're 25-pound dumbbells. Those are 25-pound dumbbells right there. This photo shoot, this magazine, the way I looked right there, was in 2015, right around March. So, in 2014, in September, I tore my rotator cuff and my bicep tendon. Now, anybody who's ever had an injury like that, that could put you out for like up to 6 months where you wouldn't even fucking train whatsoever. It was before the Olympia. I got to the Olympia. When I got done with the Olympia, I told Rich Piana, I said I may not be able to go to the LA Fit Expo because of, you know, the torn rotator cuff, et cetera, et cetera. And literally I went to the doctors and I was out. It was done. So at that point, the doctor told me 8 to 10 weeks, maybe 12 weeks I'd be out, so about 3 months. That put me October, November, December that I was out, so I could start training again in January. And even then they were like, we don't know if it's a full tear, partial tear. They had to do some testing to get that done and find out it was a partial tear, so I did not need surgery. Now, that being said, I was back in the gym in about 4 weeks. I did legs every other day while I was healing and couldn't train upper body. Still did my cardio, and that was the time I decided to get quote-unquote aesthetic or lean and ripped all the time and not be big and bloated anymore. Now, what does that all have to do with these 25-pound dumbbells? Those 25-pound dumbbells that I'm pressing in that picture, I was healing from a torn rotator cuff. I literally made my physique look like this with a torn rotator cuff and a torn bicep tendon. And 25 pounds hurt to push. It hurt to press. So when we were taking these pictures, you know, like they probably, you know, could have just propped up some 100-pound dumbbells in my hands and made it look like I was fucking going nuts and I was super strong. But the reality is, this cover is reality. This is real. This is no fake weight bullshit. This is no 100-pound dumbbell that actually weighs 25 pounds, which they make those fucking things too. I've seen them. This is me in pain trying to press 25-pound dumbbells with a torn rotator cuff and bicep tendon. Now, at the time of this shoot, I'd gotten last place in men's physique, like 2 weeks before. Did the photo shoot. About a month after this photo shoot, a month after, I qualified for nationals in physique. 4 out of the 5 shows I did last year, yes, I did 5 shows in 2015. 4 out of the 5 I qualified for nationals in, and not in like 1 or 2 person classes. They were full classes. And on top of that, won the 35 and over Masters division in the Delmarva. I won that title. All while healing from a torn rotator cuff and bicep tendon. Again, these are injuries that put people out. I mean, out. Not only was I training, but I was able to make a cover shoot and compete, qualify for nationals in 4 out of 5. Who the fuck does 5 shows a year anyways? Roughly. And at the same time, completely rehab my rotator cuff to the point where, you know, I was able now for this shows this year in 2016 to press the 80s. I was back up to the 80s if you look at some of the older videos. Not a fullest range of motion, but I was able to get the job done to improve my shoulders. So, yeah, you know, people are going to bust my balls about this cover. They're going to say things like, Jerry, 25 pounds. That's real. That's 100% fucking real. That's not giving up on yourself, your dreams, your everything that you've worked for since you were 15 years old. That's what that is. And this cover is the reward for going through this fucking pain. That cover is the reward for pushing past an obstacle that put fucking 9 out of 10 people on the sidelines for a long period of time. And some people never train right again. They'll never regain their physique again after a rotator cuff tear. I've heard it time and time again. I've heard it. I can't tell you how many people tell me over and over again, Jerry, I tore my rotator cuff. It was never the same. No, it's not the same, but doesn't mean you give up. So, guys, be aware. Yeah, I'm only pressing 25-pound dumbbells. There was a video Mark Lobel and I did at the Arnold last year, which was in March, right around this time. And the video has me pressing 20 or 30-pound dumbbells. I think I went up to maybe the 40s that day. And Mark went up to the 150s for shoulder presses. I was training with him. And, people busted my balls. They were making fun of me. I don't know if Mark knew. I think Mark knew we were talking about it or whatever. But you guys don't understand. For me to sit out of the gym and not do it hurts. It hurts my pride. It hurts my fucking soul. It's very ingrained into who I am to go in the gym and train, even if it's with 10-pound dumbbells. It doesn't matter what it is. And until you've been injured and put out and had something like that, the pain was so excruciating that I wanted to fucking just shoot myself in the head when I tore that rotator cuff. I'll be 100% honest with you. I couldn't fucking stand myself. I've never felt pain like that before in my entire life. And then the people around me, I started getting it from. You know what I mean? Torn rotator cuff, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. And here we are a year and a half later after that. Well, no, 2 years later? Because 2014. 2 years later after the actual tear. 2 years ago, I wasn't even back in the gym at this time yet, rehabbing. I was only doing legs every other day because I still wanted to go to the gym and train. And I'm not embarrassed about 25-pound dumbbells. I'm not fucking humiliated by it. Yeah, it's my only cover in the fucking entire world that I've ever been on. And I got 25-pound dumbbells. I talk about the heroin addiction in here. It's front and center. It's all about that. This is about as real as you fucking can get. And I am so proud of that fact. That it wasn't doctored. It wasn't photoshopped to say 50 pounds on the dumbbells. We didn't use fake weights. It's me. It's real. It's who I am. And that's it. biostraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostraining.com is the blog. This is the bicep that I tore. Bicep. And we're